Welcome, esteemed gentlemen. The loudest one in the room is the weakest one in the room. Frank Lucas. In a world obsessed with dominance and noise, the true masters of influence are those who operate in silence. Enter the Sigma male, an enigmatic figure who thrives on independence, shuns societal hierarchies, and somehow manages to be both everywhere and nowhere at once. Despite their low profile, they're the ones quietly steering conversations, orchestrating outcomes, and leaving others wondering, who was that guy anyway? Did you know studies show that people are more likely to overlook individuals who don't conform to social norms or draw attention to themselves? The Sigma male doesn't just blend in, he weaponizes this oversight, living in plain sight yet remaining invisible. He's like a Wi-Fi signal, always present but completely unnoticed until you need him. In this video, we'll uncover 10 compelling ways Sigma males masterfully hide in plain sight. From their deliberate vagueness to their knack for subtle influence, you're about to dive deep into the playbook of the world's most elusive personalities. But be warned, once you spot them, you might start questioning who else around you is quietly pulling the strings. Number 1. Purposefully ordinary behavior. Sigma males are masters of appearing ordinary, and they do this with calculated precision. They understand that drawing attention can lead to scrutiny, so they consciously adopt behaviors that blend seamlessly into their surroundings. This doesn't mean they lack personality or depth. It means they're strategic about when and how they reveal themselves. By appearing average or unremarkable, they ensure they stay off the radar of those who might analyze or categorize them. They avoid extremes in behavior. You won't catch them dominating a conversation, cracking the loudest joke in the room, or making bold statements just for attention. Instead, they operate in the sweet spot of normalcy, agreeable enough to get along with everyone, but neutral enough to avoid being remembered. It's not passivity, it's precision. They pick their moments carefully, knowing that being too much of anything attracts unnecessary focus. Their actions are deliberate. They won't flaunt their intelligence, wealth, or talents unless it serves a purpose. For example, in a group discussion, they might downplay their expertise, offering input only when it's directly asked for or when their contribution adds undeniable value. This way, they avoid the spotlight while subtly influencing outcomes from the shadows. Even their appearance is designed to evade notice. They don't overdress or underdress. They strike a balance that keeps them looking presentable but not memorable. They're never the loudest dresser or the flashiest person in the room. Ultimately, the Sigma male's ability to appear ordinary is a shield. It protects their independence, keeps their true intentions hidden, and allows them to navigate the world on their terms. They've mastered the art of being present without being seen, ensuring they remain the quiet architects of their own lives. Number 2. Polished yet understated appearance. Sigma males understand that how you present yourself speaks volumes, even when you say nothing at all. Their approach to fashion is deliberate, leaning toward a polished yet understated style that strikes a perfect balance between confidence and modesty. They don't chase trends or indulge in flashy attire designed to turn heads. Instead, they curate a wardrobe that is timeless, functional, and quietly sophisticated. The beauty of their style lies in its subtlety. A Sigma male might wear a tailored blazer, crisp white shirt, and clean-cut jeans. Classic pieces that exude competence without screaming for attention. Neutral colors, clean lines, and high-quality materials are their go-to, allowing them to blend seamlessly into any setting while still appearing effortlessly put together. You won't find them decked out in loud patterns or branded logos. They prefer to let their presence, not their clothing, do the talking. Their choices are intentional. Sigma males know that overdressing can make them seem like they're trying too hard, while underdressing can signal a lack of self-respect. Instead, they aim for the sweet spot, dressing appropriately for the occasion while remaining comfortably understated. This balance allows them to remain approachable and unassuming while subtly signaling they've got their life in order. Even their accessories follow this principle. A simple high-quality watch or minimalist leather shoes might complete their look, adding just enough detail to suggest an eye for quality without tipping into extravagance. Everything they wear is a calculated part of their strategy to remain unnoticed yet respected. By dressing smartly without flair, Sigma males maintain their aura of quiet confidence. They master the art of being present without being ostentatious, allowing them to navigate social landscapes while keeping the focus away from themselves. Number 3. Untraceable social patterns. Sigma males thrive on unpredictability, intentionally designing their social habits to be untraceable, while others might fall into predictable patterns, frequenting the same coffee shops, attending the same events, or sticking to routines that make them easy to spot. Sigma males operate on a different wavelength. Their actions are deliberate and fluid, ensuring that no one ever truly knows where they'll be or when. This lack of routine is not a product of chaos but of careful calculation. By avoiding fixed habits, they minimize the chances of being categorized or monitored by others. Their unpredictability is their armor, allowing them to stay one step ahead in any social scenario. For instance, they might show up at a familiar spot one day and then disappear for weeks, leaving no breadcrumbs for anyone to follow. Sigma males also value their independence, and their untraceable nature reflects their refusal to conform to societal expectations or social norms. Unlike alphas, who thrive in predictable dominance, or betas who find comfort in familiarity, Sigmas embrace fluidity. They are just as likely to network with strangers at a new venue as they are to spend time in solitude, leaving no discernible pattern for anyone trying to map their movements. This unpredictability extends beyond physical presence to their communication style. They might respond to messages sporadically, engage deeply in a conversation one moment, and vanish into silence the next. This keeps people guessing and prevents anyone from feeling too familiar with their rhythm. Their untraceable social patterns are not about avoiding connections, but about maintaining control over their narrative. By being everywhere and nowhere at once, Sigma males keep their independence intact while ensuring they remain as elusive as a shadow, impossible to pin down. Number 4. Mimicking conventional archetypes. Sigma males possess a unique ability to mimic conventional archetypes, seamlessly adapting to situations by borrowing traits from well-known personality types like alphas and betas. This isn't about deception, it's about strategic versatility. By emulating recognizable behaviors, they navigate social landscapes with precision while keeping their true identity veiled. For example, in environments where confidence is key, such as a business meeting or networking event, they can project an alpha-like demeanor, assertive, composed, and authoritative. Yet unlike true alphas, they avoid the accompanying ego or need for dominance. Their confidence is measured and situational, enough to command respect, but not so overwhelming as to draw unnecessary attention. Conversely, in situations where approachability is more valuable, they can adopt the affability of a beta. They listen attentively, show humility, and make others feel at ease. This ability to adapt ensures they blend effortlessly into any group dynamic, whether it's leading from the front, supporting from the sidelines, or simply observing in silence. What sets Sigma males apart is their refusal to be confined by any single archetype. They don't fully align with alpha dominance or beta passivity, and this fluidity makes them socially invisible. People often remember the archetype more than the individual, and by adopting bits of each, Sigma males ensure they remain difficult to define or categorize. This adaptability is also a protective mechanism. By mimicking familiar traits, they lower the defenses of those around them, gaining trust without revealing too much of themselves. It's a calculated form of social camouflage that allows them to move through life without drawing suspicion, influence outcomes without overt power plays, and remain in control without anyone realizing they're the ones steering the ship. Number 5. Temporal invisibility. Sigma males have mastered the art of timing, knowing exactly when to show up, and more importantly, when to fade into the background. Their presence is deliberate and fleeting, ensuring they're noticed only when it serves a purpose and forgotten when it doesn't. By avoiding peak attention moments, they strategically sidestep the spotlight, leaving only the faintest traces of their involvement. This skill isn't about shyness or avoidance, but about control. In social settings, Sigma males instinctively read the room, identifying when emotions are running high or when attention is concentrated on certain individuals or events. Rather than competing for that attention, they remain on the periphery, observing quietly and gathering valuable insights. By the time anyone even considers their presence, the moment has often passed and they've already moved on. When they do engage, it's typically during lulls in activity, those quiet moments when people are more receptive and less distracted. Their contributions in these moments are impactful yet subtle, designed to linger in people's minds without being overwhelming. They might share a thoughtful observation, a piece of useful advice, or a concise comment that shifts the conversation's direction. By avoiding the frenzy of high-attention moments, they ensure their input is remembered for its quality, not its volume. This approach extends beyond social gatherings. Sigma males know when to withdraw from social media trends, office politics, or community dynamics, resurfacing only when their presence adds value. This temporal invisibility allows them to stay under the radar while still maintaining relevance. It's a finely tuned balancing act, ensuring they remain both unremarkable and unforgettable, a ghost in the crowd who leaves a subtle but lasting impact. Number 6. The skill of downplaying achievements. Sigma males have mastered the art of humility by downplaying their achievements, not because they lack confidence, but because they value substance over spectacle. They understand that flaunting their talents or successes often invites unnecessary scrutiny or envy, both of which they actively avoid. Instead, they let their actions and results speak louder than any words ever could. When a Sigma male accomplishes something significant, he doesn't shout it from the rooftops or demand validation. You're unlikely to hear him boasting about a promotion, a personal milestone, or a major success. To him, achievement isn't about applause, it's about personal fulfillment and growth. He might quietly celebrate in his own way, but he doesn't feel the need to broadcast it to the world. In group settings, this trait becomes even more evident. While others may jockey for recognition or take credit for minor contributions, the Sigma male operates in the background, often contributing more than anyone realizes. By the time his achievements come to light, if they ever do, it's usually through the acknowledgement of others rather than his own declaration. This earns him a reputation for authenticity and reliability, as people recognize the value of his work without feeling manipulated or impressed upon. Downplaying achievements also gives Sigma males a strategic advantage. It lowers expectations and allows them to maneuver without attracting attention or unnecessary competition. This stealthy approach keeps others guessing and prevents them from underestimating the Sigma male's capabilities. Ultimately, this quiet confidence stems from a deep self-assurance. Sigma males don't need external validation to feel accomplished. They derive satisfaction from knowing they've done the job well. By sidestepping the spotlight, they maintain their autonomy while letting their results do all the talking, often leaving a lasting impression without saying a word. Number 7. Embracing the unremarkable. Sigma males are masters of embracing the unremarkable, using the mundane as a shield to hide their depth and complexity. While others might strive to stand out with bold statements, controversial opinions, or unique quirks, Sigma males intentionally lean into the ordinary. They understand that blending into the background isn't about being boring, it's about being underestimated. They participate in surface-level conversations about common topics, weather, sports, or the latest popular TV show, not because they lack originality, but because these discussions deflect attention. By engaging in these unassuming exchanges, they reveal just enough to appear relatable without giving away anything personal. This calculated neutrality keeps them from becoming a focal point, allowing their true thoughts and motivations to remain hidden. Sigma males also adopt widely accepted opinions in certain settings, even if they don't align with their deeper beliefs. This doesn't mean they lack conviction, rather, they choose their battles wisely. They know that voicing unconventional or provocative ideas unnecessarily draws attention, so they reserve those thoughts for contexts where they will be appreciated or understood. In their day-to-day lives, Sigma males lean into ordinary routines and habits, going to the gym, grabbing coffee at a chain cafe, or dressing in understated clothing. These choices act as social camouflage, helping them remain unremarkable on the surface while they quietly observe and strategize. What sets them apart is their awareness of this tactic. They don't fall into the ordinary by accident. They use it as a tool. While others spend energy trying to stand out, Sigma males use the unremarkable as a cloak, masking their individuality and keeping their true selves away from prying eyes. It's a brilliant paradox. By appearing average, they maintain control, independence, and the freedom to operate on their own terms. Number 8. Fluid identity. Sigma males possess a remarkable ability to adapt their personalities to suit the social dynamics of any room, and they do so without revealing the true essence of who they are. Unlike others who may rigidly cling to their established persona, Sigma males are chameleons, shifting their demeanor and energy to match the vibe of the group they're in. This isn't about dishonesty or manipulation, it's about fluidity, and it's a strategy for both survival and influence. In a high-energy setting where assertiveness is required, such as a brainstorming session or a team meeting, they can effortlessly step into a more dominant role, offering ideas or guiding the conversation. They might take on a tone of quiet confidence, letting their words and actions carry weight without needing to assert their presence overtly. In contrast, when they enter a more laid-back, relaxed environment, their energy shifts. They may adopt a more passive, easygoing demeanor, listening intently, and letting others take the lead without ever seeming disengaged. This adaptability allows Sigma males to connect with various types of people without ever being pigeonholed into a particular category. They're never bound by a single personality type because they recognize that every social interaction demands something different. They can be the silent observer in a large group, the active contributor in a professional setting, or the reliable, steady companion in smaller, intimate gatherings. Their versatility allows them to excel in nearly any environment, all while keeping their true selves obscured beneath layers of different social personas. At the core of their fluid identity is an unmatched self-awareness. Sigma males know who they are, but they also understand the power of remaining adaptable. They allow others to see what they want to be seen, carefully maintaining their autonomy by keeping their deeper, more complex layers hidden. This fluidity not only helps them fit in seamlessly, but also ensures that they remain untouchable, neither easily understood nor easily influenced by anyone around them. Number 9. Selective social magnetism. Sigma males possess a unique form of charisma that they wield with precision and selectivity, only turning it on when absolutely necessary. Unlike some who are constantly seeking the spotlight or trying to command attention, Sigma males know the power of being invisible. They move through life like a shadow, unnoticed, until they decide to make their presence felt. Their charisma isn't about being the loudest or most overtly charming person in the room. Instead, it's subtle, the kind that draws people in without them realizing why they're suddenly intrigued. It's a skill they can switch on at will, much like flipping a light switch, bright and intense for a brief moment, then dimming again as quickly as it appeared. In this way, Sigma males control when and how they influence others, ensuring they're not overexposed or overbearing. This selective approach to charisma allows them to remain low-key and unassuming most of the time. In a group setting, they may appear quiet or reserved, blending in without calling attention to themselves. But when the moment comes, when the conversation shifts or when their insight is needed, they effortlessly step into the role of a confident, magnetic presence. They'll deliver a sharp observation, crack a perfectly timed joke, or offer an idea that shifts the entire direction of the conversation. At that moment, everyone's eyes are on them, but just as quickly, they can retreat into their previous low-profile state, leaving people with the sense that they've witnessed something special without fully understanding it. This is the brilliance of Sigma males. They can engage with charisma when it serves them, but they don't feel the need to constantly project it. It's not about seeking validation. It's about making a powerful impact when they choose to. By staying under the radar until the right moment, they ensure their social energy is always fresh, their influence is strategic, and their presence is always memorable, yet never overdone. Number 10. The illusion of independence. Sigma males expertly craft the illusion of independence, presenting themselves as quietly self-reliant figures who have no need for attention, approval, or validation. They project a calm, almost aloof demeanor, which leads others to believe they are content in their own world, completely detached from the need to seek recognition or social approval. This carefully constructed image is a powerful tool for blending in, as it makes others less likely to draw attention to them or try to engage with them unnecessarily. The beauty of this illusion lies in its simplicity. The Sigma male doesn't need to advertise his achievements, his worth, or his desires. He's not the person who craves admiration or constant validation from his peers. His emotional detachment isn't born out of indifference or coldness, but rather a deep sense of inner strength and self-sufficiency. Because he doesn't chase after attention, people tend to leave him to his own devices, assuming he's perfectly fine without social interaction or recognition. This self-sufficiency creates an air of mystery. People are drawn to the idea of someone who is completely independent and unaffected by external validation. Yet they rarely understand that this image is precisely what allows the Sigma male to fade into the background. While others scramble for the spotlight, Sigma males simply observe, unaffected by the noise of the world around them. This illusion of independence not only shields them from unnecessary distractions, but also allows them to maintain control over how they're perceived. They don't need to actively reject attention because their disinterest in it is so genuine-seeming that others give them the space to remain unobtrusive. It's a powerful paradox. By appearing completely independent and self-sufficient, Sigma males create an environment where they can operate with maximum freedom, silently manipulating their surroundings without ever appearing to be involved. In the end, the Sigma male's ability to hide in plain sight is a testament to their mastery of social dynamics, subtlety, and self-awareness. Their brilliance lies not in their loud actions or overt strategies, but in their quiet, deliberate choices that allow them to move through the world unnoticed while still influencing it from the shadows. By embracing unpredictability, downplaying their achievements, and mastering the art of fluid identity, they become the architects of their own reality, shaping outcomes without drawing attention to themselves. Their independence is a shield, not a barrier. Their charisma is a weapon, not a display. And their presence is a whisper, not a roar. In a world that celebrates the loud and the visible, Sigma males stand apart. A reminder that sometimes the most powerful force in the room is the one that goes unnoticed. They don't seek to dominate the world. They seek to understand it, and in doing so, they become the silent masters of their own fate. If you found this insight into the elusive world of Sigma males fascinating, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into intriguing topics like this. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the content. Drop your thoughts or questions in the comments. Let's get the conversation going. And if you think someone else would appreciate this perspective, be sure to share it with them. Stay tuned for more, and keep exploring the fascinating layers of the human experience.